preseason. Starting isn't a new role for her, and I've always said that with her coming off the bench, you're going to...
Officiating staff here this afternoon. The only time Seattle will come to Chicago here this year. The other two meetings will happen in Seattle. First look there for Azurá Stevens. Drills the corner shot.
Tyler Marsh said a few games ago that he's really needed Azurá to step up, and I think she has. The last 5 games, she's shooting about 52%, and most importantly, 42% from behind the arc.
That's Pham, the rookie, who was looking for a cut in Melbourne. But Pham thought Melbourne was as tall as Pham is, and that ball went out of bounds.
Well, the turnovers is something that she actually struggled with in her last game against Washington. She turned the ball over about 25% of her possessions.
Well, Seattle is in the midst of being 10 days on the road. They started out July 5th, and of course Chicago coming off the road. 1-3 on a 4-game road trip. Seattle has another game against Indiana coming up on Friday. 5 games on the road, the longest road trip that they'll have here this season. Natisha Heidemann coming off a career high, her first shot, and it bounces through.
This is a new role for her with this Seattle franchise. This is the first time in her career where she's the go-to player.
Oh, there's the baseline take. Natasha Cloud for 2. You know, talked about, doesn't matter if she's a starter or reserve, she'll bring those consistent numbers no matter her role. Malonga from up top.
And that's an aspect of Dom's game that you're really seeing a lot of. That she has the green light with this new offense.
Flau'jae Johnson with the takeaway in her first 2.
And that's the matchup that I want to see. And you see they're matched up with one another again. And that's these 2 dynamic rookie guards, Flau'jae and Sydney Taylor.
Flau'jae, one of the rookies here, read this perfectly.
Oh, she just did a great job of getting in between the handoff, just blowing it up, and then creating some easy points off of that turnover. But Tosh Cloud, you said it, Lisa, it doesn't matter if she's a starter or coming off the bench. She has about a 36% three-point rate, but she does not settle. She'll get to the rim.
Natasha Cloud taking it away. Yeah, that's an over and back. Now, Cloud was ahead of everyone at Liberty as an assistant coach.
She's brilliant. She's a brilliant basketball mind.
Has a law degree. Really interesting background. Heidemann missing everything. Another opportunity though, Malonga. Elizabeth Williams has her hands full defensively. Misses that shot.
And this is a Seattle Storm team. They only average about 7 offensive rebounds a game.
Courtney Vandersloot again playing on a minute restriction. The ball is kicked. It'll be Sky basketball from the sideline, but Sloot playing.
You're a coach. You have a player who's so important to what you do. She's on a minutes restriction, and you have to be strategic with how you use those minutes.
Johnson gets the block on Sydney Taylor. That's rookie against rookie in that matchup that you wanted to watch. Heidemann too strong. Malonga battling for it, and she draws a foul. Bodies up against Elizabeth Williams.
They have a definite size advantage, especially with Camila Cardoso being out. This is a team, they're last in the league in offensive rebound.
Looking for experts that know batteries? Batteries Plus are the experts in charge. From car batteries installed in 20 minutes or less to key fob replacement to phone repair. Your local experts for batteries and more. Batteries Plus are the experts in charge. Malonga coming off a career-high 15 rebound game. She had 8 offensive rebounds in that game against Washington. And that offensive rebound producing some free throws here for her. A touch pass. Cloud decides to penetrate. It pops out, but she has free throws coming. The foul is your efficiency in offense. And that's just getting the defense to move, right? From side to side?
Absolutely.
That's where that success comes from?
Getting the defense to shift and getting them in rotation. That's the name of the game.
Pham, a really good post up against Stevens. Didn't look like a rookie there.
It's early, I know that. but right now she's off to a really good start, and she needs a game like this. She's really struggled the last couple games on this road trip that Seattle's had.
She blocked the shot there. And a baseline out of bounds attempt here. A baseline out of bounds play here for Chicago. Awa Pham actually is tied for the most minutes played here for Seattle. Gets about 29 minutes with Atisha Heidemann the same. And Malonga with the rebound. Between Malonga and Pham, they were just so long there in the front court. They're long, but they're young, but talented. Johnson from about 17 feet out. She's having a really good start, which is a really good sign here for Seattle if you're a Storm fan.
Well, it's a great sign for Seattle. When Seattle wins, Flau'jae Johnson is averaging about 21 points a game, and their losses, less than half of that.
Good strong take. Now it's the rookies show. Sydney Taylor on the board.
This rookie class in the WNBA has to be one of the most talented and deepest that we've seen in a long time.
Gotta be, right? Yeah, Sydney Taylor is right at the top of that list.
You want to get the 7,000 kids excited and just watch Sydney Taylor make moves like that. This is what you cannot coach. You find it. You go to some obscure league in Poland like Jeff Pagliacca did, and you find that and you bring it to training camp and then hope she performs well enough to make a team, which is exactly what she did this season.
I had to Google what, I mean, I guess I should know this being a mom now. Is Sharp still relevant? And it is. It was like top of the list.
Not in our household.
Our producer, Todd Benjaminson, is so mad at me right now. I've gotten at least 5 Baby Shark references in already, let alone singing it off camera. Now, Stevens, same spot, same results, and Chicago up by 2.
When Azurá Stevens was struggling a little bit upon her return from injury, her shot wasn't falling. At one point, she was shooting about 11% from behind the arc. The last 5 games, 42%.
Johnson, a little pass fake, and then finger roll finish for the reverse. Williams spin move. She draws the foul against Malonga. Her first.
And that's what you're going to get from Elizabeth Williams. She's not your traditional back-to-basket post player like she was at Duke. She's really good when they're able to get her off the move. She's got excellent footwork.
Bet365 is the official mobile sportsbook of the Chicago Sky. Whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet365. And what a gift to have someone like Elizabeth Williams. It's her first start of the season, but like you had mentioned, she can be a starter, and she has been in her career. A veteran reserve coming off the bench this year for Chicago. And an important situation. Talk about Pham and Malonga being literally a tall task to try to handle here today. Jaquez launches her first shot. Heidemann in the paint, leaves it short. And Cloud over to Jaquez, three-pointer again on the way. Malonga battling for it. Will wrapping her up, but a little too much contact, so some free throws coming.
I agree with Sydney Taylor. It's not an individual issue. It's not a one-person or a two-person thing. This is a collective issue, which is this finishing. And sometimes, Lisa, it's a mindset. When you are used to losing games and not coming out on top, then that trepidation and that doubt starts to creep, and then it's almost like you forget how to win.
12 clutch games that the Sky have played. That's the 6th most in league history. They're 0-2 in the last 4 games, the clutch games, and we're talking about a game within the last 5 minutes when it's a 5-point differential. Pham takes a 17-footer, and Stevens with the rebound.
Chicago allowed 30 fourth quarter points to Dallas. Dallas shot 63% in the fourth quarter alone. You don't just forget how to play defense in the fourth quarter. I think at this point it's more mental than anything.
Stevens for three, lets it fly, and she's a perfect 3 for 3 from three. All 9 points coming from distance. Pham will take it, but her toe is on the line. It's a long 2 attempt, ball's loose. Jaquez has it.
If you're Seattle, you don't want to go away from what got you in this game to start, and that's scoring in the paint. 8 of their 12 points have come in the paint. They have a definite size advantage against Chicago. I would take advantage of that.
That's another great back-to-back offensive possession. By the way, Chloe Bibby defending Pham right now. She's getting her first WNBA minutes here, her season debut. That's a baseline 2. And Seattle looking tough here to start.
I thought Chloe Bibby was a great pickup.
Ah, there she is. Her first points of the season, Chloe Bibby. It comes from distance.
She just made me look really good.
She made you look really good. You know, playing and sustaining those leads is something Tyler Marsh has talked about as well. You know, they had that double-digit advantage and opportunity loss in the last game against Dallas. With this lead, they want to put the pedal to the metal and keep it going. Steph Dolson, the old Chicago Sky friend, has checked in. Moves the ball around to Zaya Cook. It's not there. Ball's loose. Stevens has it. Sloot gives it up to Bibby. And Stevens knocked away. Former Chicago Sky teammates. It'll be a turnover for Chicago Sky.
I know it ended up being a turnover, but I really like that pass, that high-low pass from Bibby to Azare. There's no better passer to another post than a post player, in my post player opinion.
It says the post coach. Steph Dolson with the rebound. Three-pointer, nothing but net. Katie Lou Samuelson. You remember she was drafted by Chicago back in 2019.
Has shot about 28% from the 3 with Chicago, only played about 7 minutes a game. Wasn't a good fit for her, but you can see the longevity that she's had in this league because of how she can knock down three-pointers.
Jaquez, that's a good, strong take. A tough 2 to get. And Samuelson, it was fun actually to watch her warm up with her daughter.
It's very cute.
Melbourne with the back down, backdoor look. Horston can't corral it. It's another turnover here for Seattle. There's 3 turnovers on the game.
A lot of contact on that last bucket.
Vandersloot directing traffic. 90 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Single digits on the shot clock. Stevens turns the corner, can't pay it off.
There's a lot of contact on that drive as well.
Cook deciding to penetrate against Sheldon, pulls up in the paint for 2.
And so right now what you have offensively, Lisa, these teams are kind of mirror images of one another. All the players that are on the floor for both teams right now can space out, shoot the 3, really stretch the D. So that's going to allow driving lanes.
Dolson with the rebound, long outlet pass to Samuelson. And Melbourne will reset.
There's a cross match, Dolson versus Gabriella, but they waited too late. Seattle waited too late to try to take advantage of it. But look at this.
Jaquez picks up the loose change. About 4-second differential game in shot clock. Bibby fires, can't hit that time. Sheldon gives him another opportunity. Shot clock still in play and a reset to 14 seconds. Now 7 on the shot clock. Here's Sloot. Courtney Vandersloot hasn't taken a shot yet, but finds Chloe Bibby. Oh, potty bucket and 1. Nice little season debut for Bibby.
Chloe Bibby is getting her minutes worth early in this game. We've seen her shoot the three, and now it's a really nice pocket pass by the general. And Chloe finishing through traffic. I can't.
Looking for the back door. Sloot read it perfectly. Heaves from half court, almost there. She got it. Melbourne. First drive here in the second quarter. Our mic and they show a little bit of their personality. Some are more comfortable on the mic than others.
Well, you know what I love about JC Sheldon when she's mic'd up is you just get to see how polite she is. Like, she thanks every single person who rebounds for her.
Blanca, that's a tough two to try to defend. Elizabeth Williams did her best, standing vertical. And Malonga with another two. Her first field goal of the day. Actually, she was 0 for 5 before that one. Melbourne with the takeaway, finding Samuelson with a leak out, in for 2.
So right now for Seattle, their best offense has been offensive rebound putbacks. So they have 7 second chance points and then 9 points off Chicago's turnovers.
Sydney Taylor, another one.
And I bring that up to say that's self-induced. So those are two areas that Chicago is completely in control of, which is defensive rebounding and taking care of the ball.
Tolson in and out. Rachel Panum. That's what the Sky needs her to do, is knock down those distant shots.
I like that from the birthday girl. Don't even give the defense a chance to set up. She sees her defender backpedaling, just let it fly.
Zaya Cook, pass deflected. Elizabeth Williams and a loose ball foul. Let's check in with Kalia.
Shimmy, you mentioned defensively after holding the Storm to 19 points in the first quarter. In the second one, he wants to hold them under 20 as well. And then offensively, looking to have a lot of ball reversals. He said that's going to help them be able to find their point of attack.
And Taylor now has gone back-to-back, a three-pointer and then the two-pointer. She's got 7 points here in the game.
And she heats up. When she sees one go in, and then that kind of gives her the confidence to keep piling it up. She's the only player on this Sky roster that I don't mind when the ball sticks with her. And this is what I mean with the ball sticking with her, where she takes multiple dribbles, where she's just trying to set up her defense, get her defender off balance. That's, I think, when she's at her best. She gets rhythm that way. So I don't mind it when the ball sticks with Sydney like that.
Got to understand your personnel when you're a coach,
that's
right?
Right, that's right.
Here's Taylor. Oh, she'll take it all herself. Blew past everyone defensively. And they're up to the largest lead.
When they say a three-level score, that's exactly what they're talking about. In order, a three, a mid, a midi, and then getting to the rim.
Bibby nearly deflected that pass. Out to Cook as a wide open three look. And Panum with the rebound. Samuelson on the deck. And a jump ball coming. Yeah, I mean, you look at these teams in the standings, they're, what, in that lower third, but still as we approach the All-Star break, you've got, you know, half of the season left to play, and both of these teams have shown promise with some individual talent. Cloud turns it over. Samuelson was waiting for it for an easy two. Panum was calling for it. Rachel Panum, maybe a day game shooter. Williams, double team. Williams trying to get out of it. And Mai Forsberg from across the court calls the reach-in foul. There's Cloud between the legs, looking for that screen, feeds Williams. Beautiful feed. Williams had a look at it on the turnaround.
Well, it's the length of Malonga. It forced Elizabeth Williams to fade away and take a tougher shot than she needed to.
Malonga, backdoor. Johnson, finger roll finish. The feathery touch
It's the spacing of Seattle right now that's really conducive to back cuts.
Flau'jae Johnson is the first at double figures with 10. You mentioned how much better she plays, how much better her numbers are in Seattle wins versus losses this year. Taylor, time! Hanging and hooping for an and one chance. Day here today, this is the first tip across the league. Minnesota and the Sparks will tip an hour after this one. You know, it's always interesting when they have a West Coast team playing a day game in a Central time zone or Eastern time zone, because it's like, what, a 9 a.m. tip Seattle time.
Well, what benefits Seattle, Lisa, is they've been out here on a road trip for a while. I mean, they've been on the East Coast in Atlanta and Washington, so it's just an hour time difference than what they're used to. But at this point,
and Malonga is back at the free throw line. 1 for 4 going into these free throws. Take a fast break with Fast Play from the Illinois Lottery. Get in the game online or on the Illinois Lottery app now for a chance to win.
just in her second year in the league with Seattle, not even all the way done with her second year. She is already top 10 in Seattle's history in double-doubles.
Yeah, the youngest to get to 9 career double-doubles going into today. Now, the last game she had that double-double against Washington, 10 points and the career-high 15 rebounds. Taylor just hung on the rim and bounced off. Pass deflected there by Natasha Cloud, who finds Stevens on the push. Stevens with that crossover, step through move, beautifully done with the lefty finish.
And that's exactly how you challenge someone with the length and the shot blocking ability of Dom Malonga. You have to play off 2 feet, and that way you can go to your counter moves.
Pham out to Heidemann, not there. Heidemann a little bit cold in terms of Natisha Heidemann's standards this year. Just 1 for 5 after that miss.
Number 4 ranked defensive rating in the league a few years ago. Right now, she's still in the top 40% of the league in defensive rating.
Now Figueroa finish there for Taylor. And Sydney Taylor's up to 13 points. Stevens has 11. And Johnson for Seattle with the ball right now has 10. Your double-figure scores. Johnson adding to it, though, already with 12 points here in the first half.
It's a youth movement between these 2 rookies that we're seeing going back and forth. And Awa Pham, Dominique Malonga. The youth is just outstanding in this game.
Johnson not only can score, but she's actually the best rookie rebounder, if that surprises you, and the pass finding all the way to Pham for 2. Pham's second field goal of the day. Cloud bounce pass, Stevens with the finish! +1 for Azurá Stevens.
Getting to the free throw line and rebounding. Her rebounding was outstanding during her shooting slump.
It's the first personal on Pham. And the lead stays in double figures. Largest lead has been 13. Samuelson, a delayed foul call against Bibby on the contest.
Delayed but not denied.
Samuelson at the free throw. Her 5th different franchise of her career. Of course, a UConn product. Played 20 games in that 2019 season when she was drafted by the Sky.
She's has a 74% three-point rate. So you know if you're guarding her, and Chloe Bibby's a three-point shooter, she knows this. You know that she's coming off of a screen to get a 3 off.
You know it, but it's hard to pull back sometimes. Cloud, backdoor cut, Taylor lost it. Hands were active here by Seattle. Speaking of active hands, Jaquez deflects that, Taylor. And a transition take foul. Taylor makes good on the free throw.
As soon as Sydney Taylor gets fouled, look at her go right into her shooting motion. And of course, it's a transition take because you can't take a foul to thwart a transition play. But just really smart heads-up play by the rookie.
Taylor's actually the leading scorer in the last 3 games without Skylar Diggins, averaging about 17 points per game. Stevens for 2 off the glass. Asare Stevens is putting forth a brilliant game here so far, 16 points. Johnson. And Sloot will chase it down. Courtney Vandersloot again playing the minute restriction. Wow, Johnson was challenging, but whistled for the foul call. Comes over, give Cloud a tap on the head here. We will take a timeout. Sky up by 13 today, and it's the most colorful that Wintrust is every single year. You got the orange t-shirts, the green t-shirts, the pink t-shirts, the red t-shirts, all in different sections. Melbourne to Pham as Stevens comes over on the help side. She was double teamed and still got that to go.
She has that perfect combination of strength and balance. And I didn't really appreciate it until I got a chance to watch her warm up this morning. Just seeing her on film doesn't do her justice of just how strong she is physically.
Sloot some very modest numbers here in the first half as she tries to size up that 3-pointer. No points and actually 1 assist just for Courtney Vandersloot. Still on the minute restriction. She's played 8 minutes here so far in the first half. Pham from straight away. Don't forget she can do that too. Her first 3-point attempt and make 9 points for the rookie. Heineman was looking for Pham. Turnover forced here by Chicago. 9 turnovers here by Seattle that average about 15 per game. And a kickball by Heineman. Now Asare Stevens flex on it. Muscle. Stevens 18 points here in the first half. Her season high is 24. Her career high is 26. Heineman with a kick out to Horston. Back to Pham. She'll take that. And Pippi clears. Shot clock still in play. Sloot leading the break. Hesitation goes right at Melpin. And Sloot's first good look here. She'll have free throws.
And then who she is upon her return as a player.
Lendistry is the official small business lender of the Chicago Sky. Lendistry believes in your small business dream and can make all the difference in the world. Visit believinsmall.com to explore the small business financing options today. All you got to do is just track her minutes to know what her minute restriction is in the last 6 games. Well, she played 20 minutes in the last game. Johnson, finger roll finish, and the and one.
If she didn't foul, but regardless, it was a great move by Flau'jae.
This is the free throw attempt, her first free throw attempt of the day. She's up to 14 points. Jaquez, oh, in amongst the trees.
And you talk about that minutes restriction by Courtney. It looks like she's going to finish this first half at exactly 10 minutes.
The question, too, with Tyler Marsh working with Sloot, do you start her in the second half of the third quarter with those minute restrictions? Flau'jae's got that move down. Cue it up. Jaquez, the recipient from the Sloot dime. Final few seconds, Melbourne with a half-court heave. Where they set all kinds of records. They had 71 in the second half. They've also had a 58-point game in the second half, so maybe, well, the second half, maybe it will trend in that direction here today. Malonga to a cutting Melbourne, and that gets Seattle off on the right foot on the first possession.
It's a great job by Jade Melvin. This is what is so special about her game. She has one speed, and that's warp speed. I mean, she goes so hard, whether she's has the ball in her hands in transition or she's making basket cuts. It's hard to guard. That type of speed is hard to guard.
And Melvin is averaging career-high scoring, field goal percentage, you made it, rebounding, assists, steals per game. And they get Chicago on that first possession. No Camila Cardoso, out with a knee injury. She was scratched here on this game day. Again, no Skylar Diggins for the 4th straight game if you're just joining us.
Sydney Taylor just got the offensive rebound. That's only their 2nd of the game for Chicago.
Now Elizabeth Williams slays it up with the left hand, reverse style. Good post-to-post feed. Elizabeth Williams in the starting lineup for the first time with no Camila Cardoso for the Sky. Heidemann, left-handed finish. And Atisha Heidemann is putting up numbers, offensive numbers that she never has before in her WNBA career.
It's the most field goal attempts per game in her career, and it's not even close.
And she's put up over 400 points in a single season. She's never done that. There's Heidemann again. These are like Marquette numbers that she's putting up.
Which is fitting since her former Marquette coach is here in the audience tonight amongst the kids.
Now the takeaway. Here's Johnson surveying her options, pulling up from 15. Malonga. And Azariah Stevens is up.
Made field goal attempts. He felt that they were sharing the ball very well, but in terms of priorities for this half, they really want to get back to their personnel defensively. He said that Flau'jae Johnson has really used her right hand a lot in this game, wanting to make sure that they're going back to identifying some of that, as well as keeping Seattle out of the paint. For example here, keeping them off the free throw line, as well as just the rebounding aspect.
It's a long list.
Well, it's a coach.
What, I mean, your coaches.
Coaches always
like
have long
pages
lists.
and
That's right.
pages.
That's right. But Kalia said it, and David said it. It's the assist rate for Chicago in the first half. There's no secret that they're at their best when they're moving the ball. They're 5th overall in the league in assists per game, but a 71% assist rate in that first half. That's a good sign for Chicago.
Williams, a jump hook won't fall. Melvin bringing it across here for Seattle. Heidemann, Malonga wasn't even looking at her. And another turnover, make it 11 turnovers for Seattle.
And for as much as we're praising Chicago's offense this afternoon, Lisa, they're going to have to win this game on the defensive end.
Sloot for 3. Courtney Vandersloot's first field goal of the day. And she's starting here this 3rd quarter. They've done it both with her on the minute restriction, starting the 3rd and sometimes coming off the bench. And the Sky narrowly forcing another turnover.
Well, and it's plays like that at Sydney Taylor. And that's what I mean about Chicago needing to get it done with their quarter court defense. This is a very streaky Seattle team, but in their wins, they're scoring about 20 points more per game than their average.
It's a long 2 from Melvin. A 2-pointer here on the court. And Stevens with the take. Malonga got a piece. Melvin to Johnson. Quick cut. And then the quick kick out to Heidemann. Nothing there.
It's great team defense.
Natisha Heidemann just 2 of 7 shooting. She's been averaging about 25 to 26 points per game the last couple of games. Heidemann just with 4 points here today. Williams finding Sloot and a late foul call. And Melvin was asking for a review.
Well, let's take a look at this last defensive play by Chicago, because this embodies what I'm talking about when I say Chicago needs to win with their defense. Flau'jae on the drive, you see 1, 2, 3 Chicago defenders shut down her driving lane, and then Courtney Vandersloot rotates out with that type of speed to disrupt the three-point shooter, Natisha Heidemann, on the shot, and able to contest and control. That's great team effort on the defensive end.
And meanwhile, defensively, Melvin has picked up her 3rd. She's actually the 3rd player for Seattle with 3 personals. Pham and Malonga also have 3 personals. Johnson, almost a kick ball. And we play on, 9 seconds on the shot clock. A cutting Johnson. Two-player game between Malonga and Johnson. And they're attacking Stevens on that back line. Home and auto. Could hope he's safe. Visit progressive.com. Flau'jae Johnson, a really good rebounding guard. She actually leads rookies in the rebounding category. And then Pham, her teammate, is right behind her in terms of the rookies rebounding. But she's second in guards right behind Courtney Williams.
Well, when Seattle wins games, she's averaging over 7 rebounds a game. And that's impressive. That's impressive for a post player, especially a rookie guard.
Bibby getting some early third quarter time. And her WNBA season debut was picked up as on a developmental contract. Hit her first shot. It was a three-pointer. She's got 6 points, and she's already played 13 minutes. She'll get some time. We knew that with no Camila Cardoso here today.
And she's not shy. She's not shy about shooting. She clearly understands her role. She's a younger player, but she's an older younger player, if that makes sense. Young in years, but older in age.
Cloud to J.C. Sheldon. With Malonga challenging, won't put it up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stevens, a kick out. Bibby gets another look and trains it that time. Her second three-point make of the day.
In the first half, we talked about how good Chicago is when they have 3 or more passes. That's a perfect example of that, Lisa. They did a great job of getting the defense to rotate, attacking the closeout, and then finding the open player.
Malonga gets her own miss, puts it back high off the glass. Lots to be impressed with that move. The rebound and the finish. Bibby steps into it. Boy, that was right on target, too. That looked good. Largest lead has been 14 for the Sky. Malonga squeezes out.
And you will see Dominique Malonga, Awafam, taking a lot of long jumpers or threes. They have the green light to do that. And it's not something that Malonga did a lot of last season.
Count it for Bibby. 3 points the old-fashioned way. Chloe Bibby, welcome to 14 minutes. She's at 12 points. And Bibby again picked up June 30th, signed to a developmental contract. With Koulibaly, was signed to a standard contract. There's Pham for 3. Her 28th three-point make this year.
And see Seattle is going to a zone.
Backdoor cut, Bibby. To Tasha Cloud, it's like they played the whole season together.
Everyone thinks that you beat a zone by shooting out of it, shooting threes. I mean, sure, that's the easy way, but it's just a great job of going inside, finding the holes in the zone by Chicago.
Rebound by Cloud. Jaquez driving, Jaquez, Gabriella finishing. Johnson, and then has something to say to the Sky bench. She's got another 20-point game. 4 of them so far in her rookie career.
And just a reminder, when Seattle wins, she's averaging 21 points.
Foul call, they won't count the
but she's also going to coach you up a little bit, if you will. And during that stretch of three-point attempts that Chloe Bibby had, she said, hey, the first one I liked, the second one we settled a little bit, but at the end of the day gave her flowers for what she was capable of doing, and just the ability that she's had to go out here and play with confidence right now.
Love seeing that from the gold medalist and the all-star. Skylar Diggins missing her 4th straight game, but being a contributor vocally as a leader off the bench. You see this today, 14 points. She played a total of 14 games last year. This is her season debut after being picked up by the Sky. Do you agree with Skylar's sentiments on her three-point attempts?
Look, when Skylar talks, you listen, like, how would you not, disagree? How could you possibly disagree? with anything that Skylar says that's basketball related. She's a future Hall of Famer, you know, at this level.
Zaya Cook at the bucket. Bibby with the post up this time, not there. Heidemann forced to kick it out to Horston. And Samuelson almost at the rebound. Will took it away. Sheldon, she gets it taken away. Here's Cook. And Elizabeth Williams whistle for the foul. That'll be her third.
Does at the free throw line, that could be 14 points that Seattle's scored off of it.
University of Chicago Medicine is proud to be the exclusive medical provider for your Chicago Sky. Use Chicago Medicine at the forefront. Pippi, backdoor, Jaquez, the finish.
I think that's where her game has evolved, is her off-the-ball cuts.
Elizabeth Williams with a deflection. And running the floor, will take it herself. Will start to finish on that play.
Go ahead, Elizabeth. Coast, almost coast to coast.
Penetrating, Heidemann with a look. Natisha Heidemann 0 for 4 from 3. Samuelson with the putback, she was ready.
Shooters stay ready.
She's got 11 points, hasn't missed a shot. 4 for 4 from the field. Jaquez whips it over to Pippi. Pippi! Heidemann with the left-handed finish.
And so this is where Courtney Vandersloot is really important. You have the general out here, she can slow things down and get everyone in the right spots.
Sheldon from 3. And Cook leaning in. Final few seconds, Jaquez.
That she was even an option at this point in the season.
Elizabeth Williams gets another chance. Rachel Panum, it's her birthday. She got a Panum buster on the B-Day. Two for 2 from 3, 6 points in 6 minutes. Malunga waiting for her to get her first WNBA dunk.
She had a chance right there.
She did. Banham once again, just short. Malunga has dunked for the French national team, as well as unrivaled this past season. Johnson with another 2, she's up to 22 points. Cloud, post-entry pass, Elizabeth Williams. Natasha Cloud, bingo!
She has to be one of the best in the league at being selective with how she gets her threes off. She understands her strengths. She's really good at catch and shoot threes.
Cloud with the rebound. You highlighted her as we came on the air. How versatile she can be, how consistent she can be as a starter and a reserve. Taylor, who's only taken 1 shot here in the second half. No points in the second half. Cloud not there.
I think she's laughing right now because she knows that was probably not what Shimmy was talking about.
A little bit of a heat check, perhaps. Here's Johnson, the back down. Dribbles out of trouble, 6 to shoot. Johnson pulls the trigger. And Taylor got sandwiched. Sky forced a turnover. Here's Taylor.
It's a good decision by Sydney Taylor to slow it down.
Taylor, it's a deep one. Still no points here in the second half. She had 14 points in the first half. And Malunga will take the contact. And an and one chance.
So Seattle has been doing a really good job of going back into the paint. That's how they started the game when it was very close. And now they're going back to that formula. This is a team, they don't score a lot of points in the paint, but you have to. When you have Dominique Malunga on the roll, find a way to get her the ball. Right now, Seattle has 46 paint points. They average 35. If you're on the coaching staff of Seattle, you're going into this game knowing there's a chance Camila Cardoso might be out. How can we exploit that?
Well, Malunga's got another double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Make it 6 for the season, 10 for her career. Again, the youngest in Seattle franchise history to get to 10 double-doubles at this point. Only 20 years old. Banham gets blocked. Melvin passes up the 3, drives instead.
And just something to keep an eye on, Lisa. Courtney Vandersloot is at 16 minutes now. So based on how she's been trending the last few games, she has about 4, maybe 5 minutes left in her minutes restriction.
Taylor with a strong take. And count it. Oh, she had to work for that one.
I like this.
Puts the lead back up to double digits, plus 11. Melvin directing traffic, 7 on the shot clock. Malunga from the feed from Pham.
Don't be surprised if that's what Sonia Rahman continues to do, is just go inside, go into the paint.
48 paint points for Seattle to the 42 for the Sky. The Sky are 4th best in terms of points in the paint. Taylor, air ball. They've taken her out of her rhythm here in the second half. Chicago, we have a big Seattle Storm. Sky taking their time inside 5 minutes now. Taylor takes a peek. Stevens has to put it up, just piece of shot clock, and that one just popped out. How did that not go in?
Rolled around every part of the rim.
And Sloot coming over to the scorer's table. She'll get set to check back in to get those 20 minutes. Johnson, a clutch 3-point. Scratched here for today. Johnson wins the tip. And my 4 20-year-olds in Malunga and Pham. And you've got the rookie in Johnson. Now Chicago comes out and looks like a zone. Johnson with the reverse. Three minutes to play. Here's Cloud being defended by Johnson. Back to Sloot. She had a big bucket when she just checked in. Over to Cloud. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Jaquez has to put it up. Air ball. Stevens was there. Couldn't get it off in time, and it's a shot clock violation.
I would think that would just be something that he called out of that timeout.
Just to throw him off here a little bit.
And you see they go back to their man.
Melbourne, Malonka, oh, Sky thought that they had, wait. Cloud with the back down up against Melbourne, in and out. Stevens from behind tips it out. Who touched it last? They're gonna say Storm basketball. Now challenges are
not challenge that. It's too close to overturn.
Couple timeouts left for both Seattle and Chicago. They got their reset timeouts as we approach the 2-minute mark. And their challenges left. Heidemann tosses it away. Crucial turnover by Seattle. 16 of them, that's above their average here today. Sloot off the screen. Sloot finding Cloud, launching and firing. Cloud 9 has appeared on this sunny day in Chicago.
And those are the kind of threes that Tasha Cloud excels in, Lisa. Those catch and shoot threes that come off of a pass or inside out action.
Foul blocked by Elizabeth Williams on a day where she hit the top 10 all-time mark. And the delay, Seattle basketball from the baseline. Here's Johnson, 25 points. Johnson off the front of the rim.
The first option for Seattle was the lob at the rim, and Chicago played that perfectly, took that away. And Seattle still got a good look.
Yeah, if she hit that one, she would have tied her career high at 28. She's 1 for 5 from 3. Cloud with 5 seconds, tosses it away. Melbourne off to the races. Taylor charging, commits the foul. Sloot to set up. Defended by Heidemann. 16 on the shot clock, Sloot. Taking a peek, 12 on the shot clock. Sloot's got to move. Sloot's got to go, gets a screen from Stevens, the hesitation. Pham defending, beautiful pass from Stevens. It's just what Courtney Vandersloot does.
4. I actually am a little surprised that JC Sheldon is not in this closing defensive group. She is one of the better defenders on this team. It could be a size issue.
Here's Heidemann. With Seattle trailing, they've got to hustle. Malonga off the 1 foot, not there. Johnson, an offensive rebound. Ball's loose, Malonga has it, cross-court pass. Heidemann for 3, in and out, not there. Malonga the rebound and put back. And the Sky and Tyler Marsh call it time.